What's up, guys? Isaiah here from Goo Gaming, and I have Aaron Levy here with me today. He took a 60 card CYBERSE ELDLICH deck to an OTS tournament this weekend and ended up getting first place. So we're going to go on here, let him show you his deck, show you his crazy choices, and see why he dominated the tournament this weekend. Don't forget, we just hit 500 subs. Once we hit 1,000, we're doing a massive giveaway, and you really want to be a part of it. So if you haven't, make sure you're clicking that like button, hitting subscribe, and telling all your friends to watch your videos. Let's get right into the next one. All right, guys, so this is Aaron. He's going to show us this crazy deck he's got playing. First off, Aaron, how did you do in the event? What was your record?
So I actually lost a match in Swiss to one of my good friends playing Drytron. That was kind of a rough loss, but I just decided to destroy the rest of the tournament. So
So we had one
didn't drop
loss.
that many games.
All right, well, let's jump into the deck profile.
Okay, so this is basically just engine.deck. But to actually give it a name, we'll just call it the 60 card CyberSe ELDLICH deck. But instead of doing like a regular deck profile where you just do monster, spell, and trap, I'd rather just talk about the engines kind of by themselves for a minute. So obviously, the one where we kind of get the meat of the deck is the Eldritch part, and we'll play 2 Eldritch, 3 lands, 3 Sanguine, 3 Conquistador, and 1 Hawk Arrow. These cards overperform. It's like the rest of the deck. Everything is just kind of a 1-card engine, and you can see one piece of this and have Eldritch turned on for the rest of the game. So he's great for pushing damage. A lot of combo decks don't really use Eldritch to as a way to push damage into the game, but he puts a lot of damage on very quickly. You can flip Sanguine on the end phase and just kill your opponent. You're always going to get back to turn 3 going first, and he just helps you close out the game super quick. But one of the best parts of this deck is just using DPE to fix your Eldritch engine. If you open just a Conquistador, you can make DPE and pop it in the end phase and just set Sanguine because you'd rather have that by itself. But that's what we got for the Eldritch part. For the next part, we'll do the Brave engine, which is, without speaking, 3 Water Enchantress, 3 Right. I play 2 Fateful Adventure, and this may be kind of wrong because I'm not playing 2 Griffins or anything like that, but it's definitely good to lose 1 for souls and then activate another one on your next turn with Right and just win the game off of that. But 1 Griffin, 1 Draco back, and I'm going to include the Foolish here. The Foolish has wide coverage in this deck, but 9 times out of 10, if I open Foolish, it's going to be sending Water Enchantress. But these cards are really, really good right now.
Yeah, the second
We'll do
Faithful comes up a lot in CC card decks. I missed it a lot this past weekend.
so huge, especially when you're kind of grinding with this deck. But yeah, like I've considered maybe playing a second Draco back because you always just lose it turn 1, but I don't want to brick myself that hard. But we've got the CYBERSE next. I know some of these lists are playing the entire 9 CYBERSE cards, but I've been enjoying the list with 3 Gadget, 2 Dotscaper, and 3 Cynet Mining. My theory on Cynet Mining is you can pitch an Eldritch card with it, you can pitch Draco back with it, you could pitch Water Enchantress with it, and then it's just really good from there. It puts your Water Enchantress in the grave. And on top of everything, you can pitch this card with souls. So instead of having a redundant hand where you open multiple of these guys, you can open one of this and maybe a souls, and you can just trade it for a better card. I think I would rather do that than play commit to playing all the Firewall Guardians and things like that. But I really enjoy this having just 8 cards devoted to the CYBERSE play. After that, you got your DPE Scythe stuff, which is your 2 Fusion Destiny, Dasher, Celestial, and Scythe. These cards you'll probably see this in 90% of decks right now, just because of how good it is. But I've actually considered citing the Dragoon package just because nobody would ever see it coming anymore. But the newest addition and probably the most fun part is the Magician Souls engine. So we got 2 Illusion of Chaos, 3 Magician Souls, and 1 Preparation of Rites. This could really be just any other card at this point. I started with 3, moved down to 2, and now I'm kind of at 1. I really like opening Souls or a way to Souls, but I don't know how much I want to commit to it just because I'm trying to do some crazy stuff for going second. But this card is just super good because it puts you a monster on the field. It is a dark spellcaster, which has the best synergy with any of your extra deck cards, and just the advantage that it gets you for no reason with the Eldritch cards, is Eldritch and Brave cards. It's just crazy, absolutely crazy. But this next stack is dedicated to hand traps and going second cards, just because that's really how you have to play Yu-Gi-Oh right now. But I'm doing. Oops. Well, we lost one of them somewhere around here, I guess. But there's supposed to be 3 Lancia. Let's see if I had one on the side deck or something. All right, I have no idea where my other Lancia went, but yeah, 3 Lancia. Ignore the fact that there's only 2 here.
It's fine.
I'm playing 3 Forbidden Droplets. This is just like the card that you need to play Yu-Gi-Oh right now, stopping big boards and Scythe and DP and all that stuff. It's just such a good card, especially when you're just pitching things that you're going to be using later. I've got 3 of probably the best card in the game right now, Crossout Designator. If everybody's playing the same thing, Crossout Designator is just an Omni-Negate. You can set it turn 1 and turn off any play that your opponent's trying to do, whether it be Brave, or if you're going second, you can hit Scythe, you can hit any kind of thing that they try to interrupt you with. So this card is realistically just one of the best things that you can play right now. Because I'm playing Crossout, I'm playing one-ofs of a whole bunch of hand traps. I'm doing 1 Ghost Bell, 1 Veiler, 1 Ogre, 1 Nib, and 1 Ash. And the thought process behind this is I see a whole lot of decks playing a whole lot of hand traps, and for the sake of not breaking my hands completely and opening multiple hand traps that you can only use once per turn, let's do a combination of things that, can stop the Brave engine. So like this can, end a turn, or this can end a turn, or, realistically this can end a turn. So let's just kind of have a weird combination of stuff that we can play that also kind of hurts us that we can call for Crossout Designator. That was my theory on that. I may be changing it. I may go up on Ogre 1 or 2 just because of how good it is right now. I'm playing 1 Forbidden Chalice. This is okay going second, but it's a really good thing if you can just set Crossout Designator. It just gives you a little bit wider of coverage on it, and it's not a bad card by any stretch of the imagination. I'd rather be drawing this going second as my 6th card or something than another Veiler or something like that. We're also playing 3 Impermanents just because like this is just probably the best all-around hand trap right now. I know Ash was like a couple formats ago, but like Ash is just kind of falling off right now. It's just really not great, and Imperm is just kind of generally good against a whole bunch of decks. So that's I also like things that I can pitch for Magician Souls better than actual monster hand traps. But that is the deck. It is 60 cards, and I found my other Lancia sitting on the ground. So there's the 3rd Lancia, making it a 60 card deck. For the extra deck, I played 1 Link Disciple and 2 Devotee. This is for the CYBERSE play. It makes your CYBERSE gadget or your Dotscaper into DPE plus Scythe after Dagda, and it's all self-contained. What you'll notice about this deck is like everything is just a 1-card combo by itself. Water Enchantress is the entire Brave engine. Right is the entire Brave engine. You've got the Cyber stuff, which is the entire first turn play, and you've got, the Eldlich stuff, which is just great standalone by itself. So that's what I'm trying to stick to, is how many good 1-card engines can I play together. But I'm sure you've probably seen the combo a million times, but you just go your guys into Dagda, into this, and you have a Scythe set for your turn. One of the plays that I like to make, and I really it's why I stand behind this deck so much, is if I have an extender like Souls, I leave the Dagda on the field. On their standby phase, I DPE and I chain Dagda to blow up both Scythe and Lancia to put them under Scythe and Lancia for their turn, because there's not a whole lot of decks that can play through both Scythe and Lancia right now. But we've got that part, and of course the DPE. After that, we've got good generic Link 1s. I say generic, but they're easy to make in this deck. Lingaribo, which nobody expects, and it wins a whole lot of games, especially against things like Sword Soul, where half of their play is setting a blackout or some kind of trap that's just going to ruin you, and you can just make this as your first play and just play kind of safely after that. Link Spider is for, using the Brave token if you have to get to Anaconda, or if they Nibiru you and you have to get to Anaconda. This is just the way to do that. And then Artemis is to put a monster on the field. You can use Souls to make this. You can use Enchantress and just put Enchantress in the grave while also keeping a monster on the field to make Anaconda with. But it fixes the issue of getting to the next cards, which are the Charmers. These are the best cards of the deck. There is no changing my mind on this. This is how you go second. This is how you go turn 3. Like you just destroy people with these cards, because you either take a Veiler, an Ogre, or some kind of engine piece that's light, or you take DPE, Ray, or any of the good dark monsters in the game right now. You can use Souls to make this. You can use Artemis or CYBERSE Gadget or anything like that to make this, and these things are crazy. They are spellcasters. They will get you into Selene, which will get you into the access code, and it just lets you, immediately close out games with your opponent. So, these are the best part of the deck to me. I also play one Needle Fiber. It's not entirely great, but with all the tuner hand traps, it'll just let you get into, at the worst Selene, also at the worst probably a Charmer, like if you had to. But the Needle Fiber is not my favorite card, but I realize that needing to normal summon a tuner to make a play is really good. Another thing I'd kind of like to say about Selene is Selene can bring back Magician Souls on a turn after that you've used it, and you can draw more cards off of it. That's disgusting.
Plus dot deck.
Yeah. The last card is just Unicorn. It's just kind of good generic spot removal, making linking up into access code. It comes up more than Needle Fiber does, that's for sure. But I'm still going to play the Needle Fiber for now. It could be a second Anaconda. It could be the Earth Charmer, but I think this is probably just better than either of those right now. But that is it for the main and the extra. For the side deck, it's really just generic. I'm playing 2 Nibirus. It was 3, but I'm playing the one for Crossout Designator. And for the third spot there, instead of a Nibiru, I just decided to play a Duster, because this is kind of like a locals level event. You never know what you're going to be playing against, so it's good to have some kind of good back row removal. I play 3 Cosmic Cyclones. This is probably the best card of this format, just because of how useful it is against every deck that you're going to play. Shotgun it in standby phase against a Prank Kids player. Use it to take out Fateful Adventure. Use it to take out Scythe. Like, this card's applications are just incredible. The best blowout for me is going to be Evenly Matched, because it doesn't lose to Lord of the Heavenly Prison. It's good to combo with like droplets and things like that. It's a really good card. I think that's probably just the best way to describe it. I've got 3 There Can Be Only Ones. This is probably the most unfair card in the side deck. It's not good against Prank Kids, really, but against a lot of decks of the format, if it's going to be Sword Soul or Salamangreat, just like anything that you could see in a room, this is going to be really good at just like beating it up. If it doesn't, this deck usually has a good time beating things up anyways. And then we've got 3 Token Collector. This is just going to be your all-around good side for a Sword Soul deck or any kind of token generating thing, because it's good going first or second. You can just like make an Anaconda with this if you have to, and have it sitting engraved to stop a play. It's just good once you get it online. So I kind of stand behind this card a little bit. It's also really good in the mirror match, which has come up way too much for me recently. The finals of this OTS was actually a mirror match between me and my sponsor, Josiah. We were playing each other. It was wild. He was using my list with a couple changes to it, and it was crazy. But that is it for the list. I definitely recommend playing a 60-card deck if you haven't yet. They're the most fun thing to do in Yu-Gi-Oh, in my opinion.
Yeah, you have a history with 60-card decks, Aaron.
The only thing I do is 60-card decks, so anytime I have a chance to play 60 cards, I will do it.
There's just too many good cards in the format right now, I feel, to play less than 60.
If I could play 70 cards right now, I will be honest with you, I totally would.
He's playing Commander in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Exactly. I mean, hey, that's how you know the game is good, when you have so many good cards to play that you can't make the decision to cut it down to 40.
Well, congratulations on your win. Is there any shout outs you want to do?
For sure. Always, first shout out will go to Josiah Miller with Play to Win Games. He helps me out with a bunch of cards and things. Check him out on TCG Player if you can. Another shout out to Noah Basiso. He's my brother when it comes to this deck. We've been talking and theorying as much as humanly possible on it, and I actually got to play against him, play a mirror match at the 3v3 and CM Games last week, and that was dope. Shout out to just the entire Chattanooga community. We're really strong. We have a good brotherhood and fellowship. So shout out to all you guys. You all know who you are. And then I also kind of want to give a shout out to Elijah Green for kind of bringing this deck to my attention, like bringing the original CYBERSE Eldritch Brave thing to my attention, because like I wouldn't have probably been on this if it wasn't for him waxing me with it at an event. So yeah, shout out to Elijah. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right,
Shout out
guys.
to my wife.
Shout out to the wife. That's it.
My wife.
All right, thank you, Aaron. All right, guys. So that was Aaron Levy's 60 card CYBERSE Eldritch deck. I think the deck was insane. I really like seeing some of the cards. Hopefully, you guys will give it a try. I think it's a contender in the meta that no one has really thought about that much. But don't forget to like and subscribe. And once we get 1,000 subs, we're going to do a huge giveaway. You don't want to miss that. We'll catch you guys in the vlog tomorrow, and hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.